The impact a 24-hour period may have on the space is truly astounding. The sky was falling 24 hours ago, and it appeared like we wouldn't recover at all early today. We intended to go even lower. We are not yet at a point where we can fully celebrate, but as I write this, we are witnessing some significant movement for some old currencies overall. However, I will discuss that in this video. What might cause XRP to become incredibly valuable and, in the end, make many XRP holders enormously wealthy? Having stated that, welcome to the channel, everybody. Nick is my name. If you are new to the channel, I hope you will subscribe by the end of this video. Let us examine the situation briefly. First, the price of Bitcoin is still above 97,000. There isn't anything particularly noteworthy about the modification. However, when we check at XRP, we see that it is having a nice little bounce today, up over 10% over the last 24 hours. And it doesn't appear to be too horrible if we do switch back to XRP in the next 7 days. It does not appear to be too bad during the past month, if the full price chart is examined. So earlier yesterday, I did go over this in a video, and essentially I was searching for XRP lows to hold. We didn't understand that now. But we're at our lowest point right now. Additionally, this is significant support that dates back to December 1st. Additionally, when we take a closer look, we see that this is a significant demand area. This entire region is a significant demand area. The fair value difference has been fully closed, and we are currently searching for the highs to be closed. And that is currently trading at about $2.31 or about $2.42. The lower time frames, sometimes known as the 4-hour, are showing a little bit more support. It is approximately $2.30 in this support zone. And the reason I'm keeping a careful eye on XRP this week is that I think it might soon retest this upper trend line and possibly go over the earlier resistance zones on this 4-hour chart, which are around $2 and $0.62. I've been eagerly awaiting Ripple's announcement of RLUSD, but I want to come over here before we actually address that and before we really talk about it. It appears that the US market is shifting, and I believe that Ripple's actions, particularly with regard to the employment process, make that evident. Ripple is revolutionizing the global financial system by offering developers, governments, and companies cutting-edge cryptocurrency solutions. We would want to speak with you if you are fearless, driven, and prepared to change the world. The Chief Compliance Officer, Senior Staff Solution Architect Partnerships, and Senior Staff Software Engineer Payments are the 3 positions they are now searching for. Okay, so the quantity of job postings in the US alone is. What's weird about this? There are now 35 open positions in the US spread among Florida, California, and New York. And this indicates to me that a significant shift is beginning to take place. If Ripple wasn't prepared to completely dominate this industry, there is no explanation for why they would be hiring more than 35 people in the US. I believe that there is a significant shift in the regulatory landscape in the United States. And RLUSD is a very obvious indication of that. Going back to December 4th, we heard and everyone was anticipating that RLUSD, the stablecoin that Ripple was pushing onto the XRP ledger, will be added on that day. The launch date was set for December 4th. All right, as of right now, we know it was conjecture and that RLUSD did not launch on December 4th. We did learn, however, that Ripple was still in contact with the New York Department of Financial Services. In my post about this, I mentioned that Ripple is presently vying to introduce ROUSD by the end of the year. However, because of this month's holidays, regulators may potentially drag down the launch, according to Ripple CTO David Schwartz, if we don't see Ripple's expected USD peg stablecoin by the end of the year. It looks like it might launch after the holidays. Consider how significant the beginning of 2025 will be. Regarding XRP, Gary Gensler's resignation on January 20th and the possible January launch of the ROUSD stablecoin make it, in my opinion, one of the newest, with a seasoned cryptocurrency administrator taking over. Although the rest of the world isn't prepared for cryptocurrency to dominate in 2025, investors of XRP are. As we consider that, all right, I'd like to direct you all to this post from Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse. This just arrived. The New York Department of Financial Services has given us final permission for RLUSD. Exchange and partner listings will go live shortly, and Ripple will notify you first when RLUSD goes live. Everyone ought to follow Ripple on X, in my opinion. Perhaps even activate their alerts. However, in order to actually look at what's going to happen once this does launch, we have been essentially creating this framework with regard to ROUSD. How will it affect the XRP ledger? What will it accomplish for holders of XRP as well? And I can see it well. I can clearly see that the crypto scene is evolving. First, before I go on to discuss how bullish this stablecoin is in reality, I want to direct you all to this post and how it will greatly increase the wealth of XRP holders. XRP dropped this earlier today, stating that ROUSD will launch by the end of the year, while Tether will delist by the end of the year. Bloomberg, the delisting of Tether, a stablecoin that does not comply with EU regulations, has already been disclosed by Coinbase. This was obtained and Bloomberg posted it. All right, this article isn't working for me now. It is obstructed by the paywall. However, Coinbase will delist stablecoins that do not comply with EU regulations in December. We now know that Tether has been experiencing significant difficulties in the EU market as of late. You're lying, Nick, you might remark. It's FUD. Take a look at this. Going all the way back to March 18th of this year, Tether's USDT was delisted for EU users on the cryptocurrency exchange OKEx. Now, you may be thinking, okay, this isn't important. It's a minor transaction. Actually, it's not. The fourth biggest exchange in the market is OKX, 5.0, nearly 6 million visits every week. One of the major players is this one. Now, Uphold was next on the list. USDT and 5 other stable coins were also delisted by Uphold. And by July 1st, this was taking place. I am aware that many people were saying things like, okay, it's gone, it's not there. For many individuals, I was glitching, but I'm rather certain that USDT is currently delisted in the EU. There is no doubt that other exchanges have been investigating this as well. Although I am aware that Binance, Kraken, and a few other companies have made adjustments to their general listing standards, this is all related to the legislative changes taking place in this industry. In addition to the fact that when we examine Mika and the US market, Gary Gensler's resignation in January is going to cause things to go into overdrive. I'm definitely giving Tether my whole attention. Additionally, Mika laws kicked in with this version, which went back to June and included the crypto exchange Bitstamp, delist, and Tether's Euro stablecoin. Thus, Tether has undoubtedly been targeted of many of these interactions because, well, they want to comply. They must cooperate with these major players. The EU market is enormous. What do you guys believe will happen when we consider this? And because the debut of the RLUSD stablecoin is essentially near right now. In my piece, I mentioned that there was great news for Ripple and that RLUSD institutional DeFi was getting closer. I would hate to sell before the institutional network effects take place in the space. Additionally, I think this will have a very good impact on XRP and the XRP ledger. Many people are now wondering what a stablecoin can accomplish for XRP. Now, let's get back to Bitcoin. All right, let's return to Bitcoin. When Bitcoin was trading for more than $105,000, its market capitalization was about $2 trillion. The market capitalization was $2 trillion. Right now, given how intriguing the relationship between Tether and Bitcoin is, we must undoubtedly pay attention to it. For the past 2 or 3 cycles, Tether has consistently been there to help push Bitcoin upward when we return to the bottom of bear markets. You're crazy for saying that, you may be thinking. All right, let's visit this Cointelegraph post. Update. Since November 6th, Tether has earned a total of USDT 20 billion. This is $20 billion versus $1.9 trillion in market capitalization, you may be thinking, Nick. All right, however, I want everyone to know that this market is extremely illiquid. $20 billion, since that's precisely what Tether is, isn't it? It is a stablecoin backed by US dollars. The space might be greatly impacted by $20 billion, particularly when discussing leveraged trade.